What's shaking, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Gardner Oat, founder and CEO of GEMS Intercontinental, an abbreviation for Gardner's English Mastery School Intercontinental, where we speak English the practical and conversational way. Well, I'm back again with another exciting episode on talking about yourself, and to be very specific, I have prepared detailed slides on how to describe your personality. So without wasting much time, let's dive in. I will describe myself as someone who is quite outgoing and enjoys meeting new people. Now, this phrase is clear and confident, while also giving insight into how you interact socially. So you use this phrase in casual introductions, networking events, or social gatherings. Make sure that you smile slightly as you say outgoing, because it reinforces the trait that you are describing. So let's get to the next one. I'm a pretty calm and patient person, especially in stressful situations. Now, this phrase highlights emotional control and reliability. These are qualities that people value at the end of the day. So make sure that you use it in what we call professional settings, interviews, or when discussing how you handle pressure. And at the end of the day, make sure that you slow your pace slightly to reflect calmness in your delivery. Let's get to the next one. I like to think of myself as someone who is always willing to learn and grow. Now, this phrase shows a growth mindset, and openness to improvement. Use it in interviews, networking, or self-introductions in formal settings. So you say it, or rather you emphasize, make sure that you emphasize the word always willing to show commitment whenever you're saying this phrase. Let's get to the next one. I would say I'm quite organized. I like to plan things ahead of time. Now, this phrase connects a personality trait with a clear behavior, making it more believable. So you say it in professional or productivity related conversations, and make sure that you use a confident tone to reinforce credibility. Let's get to the next one. I am naturally a very positive person. I try to see the good in most. So this phrase shows optimism and emotional intelligence. You use it in casual or motivational conversations, and make sure that your tone sounds upbeat to match the message. Let's get to the next one. I tend to be quite independent. I enjoy working on things on my own. Now, this phrase clearly communicates preference and capability. You say it in work-related discussions or when describing your work style, and avoid sounding defensive. Keep your tone balanced and confident. Let's get to the next one. I'm the kind of person who pays attention to details. Now, this phrase shows precision and reliability. These are highly valued traits out there. So you use it in professional settings, especially when discussing skills or strengths. And you say it, make sure that whenever you're saying it, you slightly stress the word attention to details to make it stand out. Let's get to the next one. I will describe myself as quite creative. I enjoy thinking outside the box. Now, this phrase combines a trait with a commonly understood expression, and you use it, or rather say it, in creative roles, brainstorming discussions, or casual chats. So make sure that you use a slightly expressive tone to reflect creativity. Let's get to the next one. I am someone who values honesty and clear communication. Now, this phrase signals trustworthiness and strong communication values. You say it in professional, relationship, or team discussions. And make sure that you maintain steady eye contact, if in person, to reinforce sincerity. Let's get to the next one. I can be a bit reserved at first, but I open up once I get comfortable. Now, this phrase works because it's honest and relatable. It shows self-awareness, And make sure that you say it when you're explaining your social style in a balanced way, and use a gentle tone to make it sound approachable. Let's get to the next one. I am quite adaptable. I can adjust easily to new situations. This phrase highlights flexibility and resilience, and you use it in interviews, in teamwork discussions, or change related topics. So you say it in this manner, slightly emphasize the word adaptable to make it impactful. Let's get to the next one. I will say I'm a very driven person. I like to set goals and work towards them. This phrase shows ambition and discipline, and you use it in professional or motivational contexts. Make sure that you use a firm, confident tone to match the message. Let's get to the next one. I enjoy helping others. It's something that comes naturally to me. Now, this phrase shows empathy and kindness. You say it in social, professional, or volunteer-related conversations. And make sure that you keep your tone warm and sincere. Let's get to the next one. I am quite curious. I always like to learn how things work. Now, this phrase signals intelligence and interest in growth. You say it in academic, professional, or casual conversations, and let your tone sound genuinely interested. Let's get to the next one. I tend to stay focused on my goals even when things get challenging. Now, this phrase shows determination and resilience. You say it when discussing perseverance or discipline, and you slightly slow down for emphasis on even when things get challenging. Let's get to the next one. I'm a friendly and approachable person. I get along easily with people. Now, this phrase reassures others that you are easy to interact with, and you use it in social or workplace introductions. Make sure that you smile while speaking to reinforce warmth. Let's get to the next one. I like to keep things simple and practical. This phrase shows clarity and efficiency in thinking. You say it when describing your approach to life or work. Make sure that you keep your tone straightforward and relaxed. Let's get to the next one. I will describe myself as someone who stays calm under pressure. Now, this phrase works because it communicates reliability and emotional stability. You say it in interviews or high responsibility discussions. Make sure that you speak slowly and steadily to reflect calmness. Let's get to the next one. I'm quite open-minded. I enjoy hearing different perspectives. Now, this phrase shows respect for others and willingness to learn, and you use it in group discussions, teamwork, or intellectual conversations. Make sure that you slightly emphasize on the word different perspectives. And to the very last phrase for the day, I would say I'm a balanced person. I work hard but also value my personal time. Now, this phrase shows maturity and self-awareness. You say it in work-life balance discussions or introductions, and make sure that you use a calm, composed tone to reflect balance. Well, up to that point, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on this episode. Make sure to leave a comment on the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. But till we meet again on the next one, bye bye.